Samoa take on Portugal.
Second to last game here on day one of the HSBC 7 Series in Singapore sees Samoa play Portugal. They've met 20 times. Samoa well ahead in the series. They last met in Vancouver, where Samoa had a very comfortable win, as you see. Let's have a look at the two teams for this one. The outstanding Fa'alaminga Sele captain Samoa, and Pedro Leal back in the starting lineup for Portugal. On the tour, Portugal are down towards the bottom of the core table, and Samoa, well, they're trying to get back to where they were in years gone by. But two very fine leaders in charge of these two teams, Sele to the left and Leal to the right. I'm Keith Quinn, and with me is the former Tongan international Willie Losay. As the teams come onto the field for this one, looking forward to a good one here, Willie.
Yeah, really am, and there's a player of inspiration. Fa'alaminga Sele, and there is the equation that says you win by 8 or more and you qualify through to the Cup, which was their goal when they left Hong Kong 5 days ago. And they started brilliantly, beating Fiji by 28-14.
So it can't happen for Portugal at all. They've already lost 2 games today. They lost to England and to Fiji. There's Ben Kraus, the schoolmaster from Pretoria in South Africa, and he's going to be in charge of this one. The ball is at the feet of Phoenix Hunapa-Nofua, and there is Ederito Esteves from Portugal. And so, as the fans who've been very knowledgeable and very patient and made a lot of noise all day here in Singapore get set for this one, let's hope it's a good one. Starting with a kick away to the right-hand side. It's a knock-on to start the game for Portugal in the green and red against Samoa in the blue and white.
Well, he's been around a long time, hasn't he? Ederito Esteves, 61 in his tournaments. This is 62nd. He scored over 100 points, 100 tries rather. Started in the backs, now moved into the forwards.
So the man that they're talking about in Samoan rugby is actually out of walking out of your old school, I believe, Willie. Number 6 of Phoenix Hunapa-Nofua. But straight through comes Alex Samoa. And there's a big hole opening up for Samoa. And the guy who plays in Auckland, New Zealand, is in for the first try.
Oh, you make mistakes and you're going to be punished by a Samoan side that's rampant here in Singapore. First opportunity, first touch of the ball for Alex Samoa. Made no mistake, an easy step off the left through the gap. And Hunapa-Nofua gets the extra 2. Samoa lead by 7.
So there is Alex Samoa, plays at the very famous Ponsonby Club, and there is Phoenix Hunapa-Nofua, went to the very famous Kelston School. Willie Losay, one of their outstanding former pupils. Was that for schoolwork, academics, or lunch? Willie?
Just lunch. Best 6 years of my life were in 5th form, Keith.
Referee to the man who scored the try. Away goes Alex Samoa. Interference with the man catching. Let's look at this again. And you must let him come to the ground. And so that's a yellow card. So here's a chance for 7 against 6 favouring Portugal. Now, here is lovely handwork there by the one they call Fee, and big holes open again. And this is a lovely try running again for Samoa by Eddie Finau, another man from Auckland, New Zealand.
What a lovely smile as well. Special moment. The kick is only as good as its chaser. Nofua gets back and then he puts it into Finau. Ball in 2 hands, the dummy, and gone. He started celebrating 25 out, and why wouldn't you? Dream start for the friendly island of Samoa. And the Portuguese 7-on-6 concede 5 points, possibly 7.
Well, they played so well at Vancouver that the coach, who's an Englishman, Damien McGrath, was very pleased with them. But they then had a shocker in Hong Kong, and he was very disappointed, mostly about the high error rate. They were top of the error table according to the statistics in Hong Kong. 2 tries, 2 conversions, 14-0, and yet Portugal still have the advantage of 1 man extra on the field. You can see number 7 in the foreground there. He's in the bin for Samoa. That's Alex Samoa.
And they'll love the fact that they were able to score 7 points in that 2 minutes time that they were down to 6 players. They'll get back to 7. They're just taking their time here in the set piece of Samoa.
So there's the young and old of it. Number 6 for Samoa. Unapo Nafoa, number 4 for Portugal, Pedro Leal. He's well over 30 years of age. He's 31. Sinbinner is back on the field now for Samoa. That 2 minutes went quickly, didn't it? There's Alex Samoa. And straight away it goes to number 11, who was Belgium Tuatangaloa. And that's a fumble in the back division for Samoa. Just a little flat period here after some explosive play early on from Samoa. Look, today they shocked themselves, I believe. They beat Fiji 28-14. It was a terrific game. Well, not so much for the Fijians' point of view. And then they lost to England 12-5, so that means they've got to win this game by more than 8 points to go through to the cup round. And then the final game of today's play will be Fiji against England.
Well, they've got to show some discipline here as well. A high shot there put in by the try scorer, Ed Fidel. And this just gives Portugal a chance to get inside the Samoan half and launch one of their attacks.
And there they are, the 2 old friends, Leal and Estevez. 4 and 1 are their jersey numbers. They have travelled all over the place in the last decade, following the bouncing ball. And there's Estevez, who has it straight out to Leal. I guess he always knows he'll be there or thereabouts. Vasco Ribeiro, and number 2, he has it again, Ribayu. And now Thiago Fernandes at the 22-metre line. Leal blows away Phoenix Hunapanafoa. Here they come. It's a good attack again by Portugal. Leal, he signals to go way out to the left. You can see the numbers out there, but Estevez brings it back into the traffic. And now carried on by Ribeiro, and they're going to get reward, are they? The in pass, plenty of blues there. Thiago Fernandes goes down, and it's a lovely try for Pedro Leal. You might not be able to see this on your TV picture at home, but he's only 1.70 meters tall, 5 feet 6 or 7, and he's in for the try.
Lovely build-up by Portugal, good awareness, good patience, and they were rewarded because they took the right options here. 2-on-1, the dummy. Sele couldn't make the tackle, and the man they call Popcorn gets over for his first here in Singapore for the weekend.
And he has the goal-kicking duties as well. Across the front it is. And so they're on the board. Now remember, we have to keep looking at that margin of scoring. It's 9 at the moment for Samoa. They've got to be 8 or better to go through to the cup round. So they're okay at the moment, but they would not want to concede any more points to Samoa, to Portugal, who are out of contention to progress through to the cup knockout rounds in 24 hours' time. High against the seats on the far side, with a crowd of over 20,000 came to the stadium today. It's the national stadium here in Singapore. A lot of football is played here. Sunwolves rugby team has some of its games here from Super Rugby. And that's the whistle for half-time. On the scoreboard, it's a good margin for the Samoan team, but it's a bit slight when you think that they have to be better than 8 to qualify for the cup round. They lead by 14-5.
Ladies and gentlemen, Samoa in the lead, but we have ourselves getting in the action. You've done so well in number 2. It's time for the Deputy for Blue Rays. Remember, you're controlling it with your voice. You make the mood go up. You gotta make the front runs if you can.
Now it's 14-5. It's all about precision. Hold the ball. Make an easy pass. Set. We go again. We don't need to change the game. Okay? When the opens at the goal, we attack and we score. We support each other. Let's not miss any tackle. We tackle really well here. Don't slip up. Can't get the ball, get off, look round, get the line set, then take it.
Lucky enough last year to Portugal to catch up with our manager mates. He sends his best regards to everybody. And spent a bit of time, and that's when they appointed Antonio Aguilera. Of course, a wonderful player in his time, and now coaching. And he's starting to develop some players, but they're sitting in that position of 15th on the table that really looks like they might be the team that gets relegated, unfortunately, this year.
Yes, it's tough for them. So how is Chico, our friend?
Chico's very well.
So a battle of the two scrum halves, perhaps. Here in the second half, there is Phoenix Hunopo Nafo, and here is Pedro Leal as the second half begins. Samoa probably a bit anxious about that margin not being big enough yet for them. And it's with Samoa Toloa who's onto the field. It's bounced in front of Belgium Tua Tangaloa. And here goes Phoenix, who's got some lovely stops and starts. Reminds me a little bit, casting the long memory back to David Campese in some regards. But he's quickly shut down. Estevez working hard there. And that's against Belgium Tua Tangaloa.
He says originally it's a head-eye tackle. He's actually motioned that the tackle was high. Strange, because Samoa had the ball.
So there are the two old vets, both over 30 years of age. There are 7 teenagers in the Portugal team, so that's the age disparity that they have. Tiago Fernandes, he's 19 years of age. Out into the backs it comes. Swinging with secure passing out to the veteran of the team. He's 30 years of age. And there's 31-year-old Leal gesturing to the referee. Not sure I approve of all that sort of stuff. You see a bit of it now. Sele, number 2 for Samoa.